Good evening, everyone, and welcome to BT's Fly Tying Friday. Tonight is going to be tough and easy. In fact, we're going to be doing tough and easy flies for the next several weeks during the holidays when people have to come and go. Tonight is going to be Prince Nymphs. Gretchen is going to do the guide sprints, the one she developed for me when I was a working guide, and it worked really, really well. And I'm going to show you how to bulletproof a standard prints. And we've got some partridge tips tonight. Greetings, we're the Beatties from Boise, Idaho. And in getting started tonight, I think I'll put Gretchen onto her recipe and she can take over from there.
Well, what we're going to be using is a 2X long hook. And I think we've got a size 10 in there.
Yeah.
Size 10 and bead head, black thread. The tail is brown Antron. The rib is fine. We're going to use some copper wire. The body is Peacock, and we show that we're going to use Touchatron dubbing. However, this fly at a size 10 is a little large for a dub body, so I'm going to go ahead and use Peacock, which is what I originally did anyway. The wing is white Antron and brown Hackle with a wet style collar.
Materials.
So we're looking at the materials over here, and as you can see, we've got a really nice Peacock. And, you know, it's really significant to take a good look at your Peacock and make sure that you have nice feathers in it and it's supple. And this is a great one. Luckily, I had a friend whose husband, her brother, I guess it was, had a lot of peacocks. So we've got plenty of good peacock. We've got some brown Hackle. Set this over here. Copper wire. I just got a little tiny bit, but I think it's enough. We'll make it work. And black thread, of course. And then our Antron. This is lure flash, Antron. This fly, when Al was guiding, it seemed like he never had enough Prince Nymphs. So that was one of the things that I ended up tying a lot for him. He would call me when he got off the river saying, I need more Prince Nymphs. I really, fussing with the buyouts when you've got to do a bunch of them in a hurry was not a fun thing. So this is what we kind of developed, and it works great. In fact, I kind of like it better than the regular Prince Nymph. So we're going to start out.
Especially early in the year when the water is a little off in color.
Oh yeah.
You can't, it'll outfish a standard prince. I would say 2 to 1, maybe that's exaggerating a bit. It'll outfish a standard prince anyway.
Okay, we're going to start out first of all by tying on a tail with this Antron. So we'll just get it here and take a little chunk. I'm going to come back here and tie it on about this point. I lost part of it, but I don't think it matters. So we're going to get it tied on just right. The end of the hook shank. And we probably should get rid of these two that I lost. Now we really want that tail to be about the length of the gap of the hook. So what I do is I tie it on long. And then I'll just take it down here. And, oh, guess what? There's the gap. And that's a quick, easy way to measure it. I need to work a little bit on this bead. See if I can. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is tie on copper wire. You know, I like to tie that on back here. That's better. I like to have it underneath. Just works a little better. I'm going to fold that over a little bit. And so today I spent some time just playing around with it to see if it really made a difference. And you know what? I really can't see that much difference in what I've got here. That by the bend of the hook I tied on by the tip. And that in the front, I tied on by the butt. So I tend to tie it on by the butt because it's a little stronger. The stem's a little stronger down there. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Bring it down, tie it on, and we'll just leave it hanging kind of in the breeze here. I think I'll make it. Start with our peacock.
Speak up.
That antron wants to be part of the body. There's just no getting around it. Here we go. Okay.
Don't forget your rib.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. I'm going to counter wrap this ribbing. I'm going to force this wing back. We also had a discussion today, Al and I, about the size, the length of the wing. And I remember that we tied it about half the length of the body. If you wanted it the full length, you could go ahead and do that like that. And then on the water, if you're getting refusals, then you might decide that, well, that's probably too long. So let's just go about half. And that's really how I like it, is like that.
That's why it's a guide fly.
Yeah.
Like Jarrett talked about last week. If it's fast and effective, that's all you care about.
That's right. Okay, let's take a few turns of hackle, tie it off. Now we're going to push this back a little bit. And it is done. Going to do a good whip finish right here. You can tie a lot of those in an hour. From the time it took Al to drive from Livingston to Bozeman, I could pretty well make a supply for the next day.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, and a supply for most of the days on the river was 2 to 3 dozen at least.